Hello QCTV sports fans, friends, and family. Welcome to That Sports Show. I am That Sports Show host, that Ryan Mush Pierce. We are here. It is opening weeks of the fall season, and we are so excited to be bringing you coverage of Andover, Anoka, and Champlain Park High Schools. This week, we'll be looking at football, volleyball, soccer, and more on That Sports Show. First up, we got those Andover Huskies. First of all, we caught up with the football team and we interviewed head coach Tom DeVellis and defensive coordinator Ken Weichel to get their thoughts on the upcoming Andover football season. Then we're going to take a look at the Wayzata versus Andover opening game of the season for football. And also we got highlights for the Champlain Park versus Andover football game. Then we're going to round it off with a look at the boys soccer game, again, Champlain Park versus Andover. And then we will finish out the Andover segment taking a look at the Andover volleyball team.
Hey, I'm here with the head coach of the Andover Huskies in his 6th year, Coach Tom DeVellis. Tom, another great year to start. You've told us last year every team is different, every season's different. This one really much different as you go into 6A.
Yeah, I would agree with all that. It's we got new kids coming in. We got some good kids returning. Trying to figure ourselves out right now, starting week 2 here of the season. So, it's going to be starting to rely on that senior leadership and see where we are with our seniors and working with them to get everybody else ready to go.
You've got a returning quarterback last year who really kind of springboarded his high school career as he went out, worked on his legs, worked on through his arm. Really a good leader out on the field, and you've got him returning. Talk a little bit about what Joseph Matson has meant for this team.
Yeah, he has a presence, right? Like that's what we talk about a lot. He loves to compete. Yesterday we did some stuff during team time. Last week we had a night practice, and when the lights are on, Joseph practiced different, right? Like that's who he is. He's not a vocal guy. He's not a yeller or a screamer, but if he talks to our guys and says, hey, let's go, let's lock in, they do. That's what you want out of a leader. And so, for him, it's going to be something that, every single team is going to know who he is and what is number 3 doing. But I'm excited for him. He's worked hard this offseason, and he's excited to have a great senior season.
First game is against, you're going to be traveling to Wayzata. Lake Conference right off the bat. They couldn't give you something easier, but Lake Conference right off the bat. What's the message to the team going to that?
One of the smallest 6A schools going against the biggest 6A school. The message is it's an opponent. It's a team. The last few years, I look at our schedule between what we've played in 5A of St. Thomas Academy, Mankato West, Elk River being in our own section, having to play them, Armstrong the last few years being a state tournament team. We've had that competition. We've had the people that are the best of the best. And Wayzata is a team that, they have a great program. They have a great tradition. Coach Brown does a great job over there. And so for us, we have to be ready to go. And so that's where we talked. We can't lose a day. We can't have a day where we just kind of get by. We got to be willing to get better every single day so that we're ready on August 28th.
Great, Coach. Good luck to the season.
Thanks.
Head Coach Tom DeVellis of the Andover Huskies. I'm here with Andover High School quarterback Joseph Matson, senior and a captain. Joseph, you're going into this year as the captain and the quarterback leader on the team, not only on the field but off the field. Talk to me a little bit about what you're doing and messaging to the rest of the team on leadership and what it's going to take to win this year.
It's a big role to step in, especially playing quarterback, but we just got to bring energy every day to practice and compete, and it's just going to translate to every single game we play.
You have, like you mentioned, 6A. 6A is the top of Minnesota. You start with Wayzata. You go through all the local high schools. Which is a game that you're looking forward to the most?
I'd say probably Anoka. We've always been rivals through every single sport we play, so I think that's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a lot of people there for sure.
You've got chemistry with all your wide receivers. Who are the two that you look forward to throwing to the most?
Ooh, they're all great. They're all great for sure. But me and Aiden Wiegert, we've been close for a while, and Austin Johnson. They're going to be two big pieces for us this year for sure.
All right. Well, good luck this year, Joseph, and have a great season and stay healthy.
Thank you.
I'm here with a linebacker of the Huskies and captain and senior, Gage Roeder. Gage, you're coming into the season as a captain, and that has a lot of leadership that comes not only on the field but off the field. Talk to me a little bit about what you're doing to lead your team, not only before practice, during practice, and off the field.
I would just say leading by example is the biggest thing, bringing intensity and competitiveness every day at practice, and then off the field just being a good person overall, just so the younger guys just follow me.
You're taking over the position that Bubba Weichel had, who was just a phenomenal linebacker, the all-time leading tackler. You've got to step in and you've got to kind of fill that role this year. What is that like to step in? You had a lot of big plays last year. Obviously, you're going to get a lot more time on the grass this year. Tell us a little bit about what you're expecting this season.
Yeah, Bubba was a great leader and just player overall, but I learned a lot of things the past few years from him too, so I'm hoping those will help me, yeah.
And you're going into 6A. You've got a whole bunch of different opponents this year, people that Andover hasn't played in a long time. You probably played in youth football against these teams, but you get a chance to reignite some rivalries from your youth. Who are you looking forward to the most?
I'd have to say obviously answers Anoka or maybe Blaine, but I think Anoka's the big play there.
There we go, baby! I'm here with Huskies defensive coordinator Ken Weichel. Coach, another season. Every year is a little bit different. This one, a lot different, as you've got not only a lot of starters to replace, a new schedule. Talk to us about those that you're kind of fired up about with your new squad.
Coming into the season, we kind of knew a lot of things were going to change early on. So last year, we kind of had some thoughts and ideas of what we wanted to develop and how we wanted to change some of our stuff. So, but with guys really stepping up this camp, Gage Roeder, amazing. He flies around. We got a couple of young guys. Just at inside right now, we have Berg, who's going to be a senior. I have Peyton Verheyen, who's going to be a junior, and then Muka too, who's new to us, and hopefully that works out. He's going to be a junior. So those guys are really flying around. And I know we can count on Eddie at the D-line level and those guys. Sam Brodden, who we ended up missing most of last season with the shoulder separation, he's going to be really solid for us, and he's looking really good in camp early. So another guy, Caden Raisler, and both our corners, Tristan and Mike Fields moving over, help us out a ton. And then Braden Peterson, who's really stepped up for us this camp, has been a leader and just really setting a tone for those guys with the safeties.
So you've got some different opponents, and I know that you work very hard on film and very hard studying opponents. This year, the summer probably wasn't quite the vacation that probably you've had in the past. Yeah. When you start looking at the next year, this year's opponents, who are you excited about playing, and who are you terrified?
Yeah, I'm not terrified to play anybody. I think that's something that we teach our guys all the time, that we don't fear anybody. We want to come out and compete, and we'll see what we can do no matter where the chips fall for us. But I'm really excited to be back to some of the old rivalries with Anoka and Blaine, especially. Coach Keenan at Champlain Park was my college roommate, so it's always nice to play those guys and talk shop with them. But again, over the past few years, we've been talking a lot of football, so he knows some of our ins and outs, and I know some of theirs, but both defensively, right? So I'm really excited for those guys, and I'm excited for Wayzata. I think getting these guys through camp and having that opportunity to compete against a school of that size just really sends a message to our guys and the teams we're going to play. What are we going to be about? Win or lose, what are we going to be about when we come and play that game? So we're excited.
Great. So speaking of that, you talked about a large school. You got to be excited about the numbers at 9th and 10th grade.
Yeah, the numbers of 9th and 10th grade are great. The last few years we've had a little bit smaller numbers, but with our community growing and the new developments that are popping up, we think that we'll be probably a 6A school for the immediate future and possibly moving forward. So we're really pumped about that 9th grade level with how many kids we have out and some of the talent and size that they have there is going to be beneficial to us. And I think that the more kids we get out doing something, the better you are. And for us and our community and the whole school, it's better for us.
Good. Coach Ken Weichel of the Andover Huskies, defensive coordinator. Good luck this season.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Thanks, guys.
We are underway. It's handled at the 12-yard line. Return out past the 25 to the 30. And a ball is out at the 20, at the 33, and it looks like the Huskies have it. It's a turnover on the opening play of the season. There's a look at Mapson's numbers a year ago. Over 15 yards combined, rushing and passing a year ago. Runs it back inside. Looked like he was going to be trapped near the sideline. Stayed in bounds and gets the first down inside the 20. Mapson, the holder. Kick is off long enough. And it is right through the middle. And Andover takes advantage of the turnover on the opening kickoff. Sukup looking, tossing, back corner, the end zone. It's a touchdown. Jackson Brown. There he goes to the end zone for a touchdown. On 2nd down and 8. Big series of the second half. Mapson with a big hole left side. Into Wayzata territory, and he breaks open. He's going to go for a touchdown. 78 yards. Yeah, they're sure not milking the clock. They're snapping at 12, 14 seconds left. Mapson throwing to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Aiden Weigert for the Andover Huskies. We talked about the success they've had over the last 4 seasons, especially with the total of 34 wins in those 4 seasons, and they're off and running again, Joe, here in 2025, 44-20 over Wayzata.
Epic performance at Husky Stadium on Friday night. Mapson jumps ahead, gets the touchdown, and the Huskies take an early 7-0 lead over the Rebels. Champlain Park bouncing back, but now Mapson cuts in, goes out, bobbles to the touch, gets himself another touchdown. Huskies have a 14-0 lead, hitting the seam, 30-yard touchdown pass. Felton to Axness. He takes it to the house, and the Rebels have cut the deficit in half at 14-17. Moments later, hitting the seam, a beautiful runway to the end zone by Nelson for the touchdown. We're tied at 14-14 at half. Coming out in the third, it's a field goal, 29 yards by Raisler. Mapson tries to add to it. He does. A dime on the recipient of that dime was Weigert, and the Huskies extend their lead. A chance here for the Rebels to cut into the deficit. They miss on a 35-yard field goal attempt. They get the ball back. They're down by 3, get the touchdown reception to Axness, his second of the game. They go ahead by 4. Last-ditch effort here. A pass by Mapson to Gillespie. Collect. He has it down at the 19. 1 second left. Here's another chance. It extends the play. He's hit. That is Mapson just as he throws the ball. Interception picked off by the Rebels, and the Rebels take home a thriller, 28-24 at Husky Stadium on Friday night. It is the Rebels who move now to 2-0 and the Huskies to 1-1. Thursday night on QCTV is boys high school soccer coming your way from Andover Husky Stadium as Andover hosted Champlain Park Rebels. It was a 2-1 mark coming into the game for Andover. Meanwhile, 1-1 for the Rebels. As action back and forth by both of these squads finally set up. Here's a pass, moving it down the line, and a beautiful header by LaFondo gives the Rebels a 1-0 lead in the first. A PK opportunity here, and buried by Monette. Monette buries it, and we're tied 1-1 as the Huskies pick up a PK goal. This one launched again, back again, reciprocating the pressure. High launching save, clean, accomplished there. Through. Baseca moves in, settles, and buries this one back of the net. It's a 3-1 lead for the Rebels at the end of the first half. Monette with that push, he's issued a yellow. That's the second yellow of the game for him, and then ejected from the game. So that meant the Rebels would play with a man advantage for the remainder of the evening. The Rebels continued to pressure more here along the side, keeping it alive. A shot here and buried in the back of the net, and that was by Mayo with the goal. Again, some other opportunities, but far and away the Rebels take home a 4-1 win over the Andover Huskies in boys high school soccer.
I definitely think the team becomes more serious, like in scrimmages other than tryouts, and like when it was open gyms, it's kind of like you kind of transition into the tryouts and then scrimmages to get more serious and think about the season and just about who you're playing with and make connections on the court.
Yeah, we've tried a lot of lineups. Almost every single set in our scrimmages has been different. Obviously, they have some lineups that they know are going to work better than others, but it's been good trying to see everyone's different lineups and how you connect with different people on the court.
You have to figure out sort of how the hitters are working with each setter, because setters are a little bit different. They have different tempo, they have a different way of delivering the ball, and so we want to make sure that that works together. We also have to figure out, in the back row, who works well together. Talks, they're not colliding, they're working, picking up seams, and we also want to make sure in the front row that a team is kind of next to each other for blocking. So those are things that take some time in practice and with some individual skill set work.
Definitely team bonding, outside of practice too. Definitely you have to figure out who you are outside of volleyball and kind of connect with the other players as much as you can on the court and off.
We had dinner together and we all just hung out for a bunch of hours and we did posters together. We're having team sleepovers. We bond on the bus a lot. We're very, very close outside of the court too.
Go out to eat before things, and before scrimmages and games we ask who wants Starbucks. We sometimes do Starbucks runs, and I definitely think that helps us come closer as friends, even as teammates too.
Usually I get fast food. Usually it's Jimmy John's or Chipotle. I always have a bubbler and then I always have music going. But I'm usually a team braider too, so I guess braiding people's hair.
Before games we always do this one chant in the locker room that kind of hypes us up. So that's always our team before game thing to do.
Centennial undoubtedly is going to be one of the top teams in the conference, along with Anoka, probably Champlain and Rogers maybe. It's really hard to know, but I think that the girls are really looking forward to the challenge. And those games are important to us also because they're section rivals too. So all of those games we get to play in conference also are preparing us for sections.
I would say Anoka is a big one. One of my really close friends plays on Anoka, and so it's really pretty competitive, and we want our A-Town flag back. I think it'd be fun to play Centennial too. I've had some people that I know on that team, and they're a highly competitive team.
Definitely Anoka is always the good rivalry. I mean, we know some girls on the other team, so it's kind of fun to play them and just kind of see who wins this year and gets the A-Town.
We want to be the team that walks on the court and sets the tempo, sets the speed of the game, and we're trying to emulate that in practice. The other thing is communication, and the other word we've used is intentionality. So those are kind of the three things we've really been focusing on up front. Once we get those things down, then we can start thinking about the next things that happen. Hopefully those things kind of start to fall into place, and then we can take the next step.
I want to have my highest kill percentage and my highest kills total this year. And as a team, I just want us to go out, have fun, play our best. I want to be highly competitive.
I definitely think we'll talk about some goals as the team goes on, and our first game we'll definitely see where we are and then move on from there and grow.
Next, we're going to be looking at the Anoka Tornadoes. The Anoka Tornadoes started off their season down in Eden Prairie for football. Tough loss down there against a very tough team. They followed up this last week by playing Forest Lake at Castle Field. We have Tim Anderson on the call. Hey Tim, how'd the game go?
A wild game here tonight in 6A as the Forest Lake Rangers look to get their record to 2-0 against the young Anoka Tornadoes team. And early on, this was all Forest Lake getting things done on the offensive end as Kevin Durago was just a beast on the inside early on. Look at this run-off tackle. He'll take it all the way into the house. 7-0, an 8-minute drive for the Forest Lake Rangers to get things going. But back come the Tornadoes right away on the next possession. It's Blake Sieben hitting a wide open Caden Ban. A nice night for Caden Ban. Little pass over the middle. They take it all the way to the beginning of the second quarter. They score. Second quarter begins at 7-7. Here comes Forest Lake again as Connor Johnson on a keeper runs it all the way in and scores. The quick answer by Anoka as a heave-ho from Sieben to Brody Lacken and all the way to the end zone. That ties the game at 14. But back they come. Forest Lake, big completion there to Raynow as he was able to take it all the way down to the 1-yard line. They punch it in one play later, and they take the lead 20-14. They actually go for two after a penalty and make it 22-14 at the break. Third quarter, Anoka comes out firing as they try to get back into it. Big hit right there on the defense by Takongo, but Anoka was fine. They were moving the football, taking advantage of some mistakes from Forest Lake. Caden Ban on a nice cross right there. He'll take it all the way near the 40-yard line. They drive it 95 yards down the field. They score. They try to go for two as Blake Sieben had the keeper, ran it in from 35 yards out. Had the keeper miss the two-point conversion. And from there, they just kind of kept trading punts, trading opportunities until finally in the fourth quarter, a big fumble there by the Anoka Tornadoes as Moses Boyce puts it on the ground. They take advantage to the Rangers. They run it in with Durango once again. He scores to make it 28-20. You think they're going to win the game, but they miss the extra point. Anoka had some chances until finally a late field goal ices it, and the Forest Lake Rangers win 31-20 tonight on QCTV.
And next, we're going to be looking at the Champlin Park Rebels. They opened up the season against St. Michael Albertville in football. We have those highlights, which will be brought to you by Steve Thompson. We also have the volleyball preview. Big changes for volleyball this year with former coach John Junker leaving and new coach Amy Fanati coming in and taking over for him. And we will find out from the captains and the coach what they expect for this season.
We get some time here today to speak with eighth-year head coach Nick Keenan here with Champlin Park Rebels. Running back Preston Nelson, Will Ogunti, defensive lineman Ashton Tucker, offensive lineman
I'm already missing it. Like, I can't wait.
Yeah, we had some adversity at the beginning of the year. We were missing some players.
Tilke's going to roll to the right. He's going to throw to the end zone. Knocked away. It's knocked away. And that was Matson. And Blaine will hang out.
Last year definitely was a really good learning year.
Our defense was working hard as a whole. We have all had like a we want to win type of mindset.
How does preparing for that opening of football and that whole football season go for you during that time?
Brand new weight room, great scoreboard, donated by our Traveling Baseball Association. So that's one of the biggest things that have changed. But you know, some of the kids are the same, some of the struggles are the same.
Switched a few things up from 2 years ago, last year. You know, it might be a little bit tough getting some new guys to understand, but we've been rolling pretty well so far.
A junior this season, but a starter last year, and had some great experience last year with the squad, and especially in the postseason. What did you take away from that experience?
You have to be like patient when playing with different people, because I didn't know anybody that was on that team because I had just gotten moved up. And playing with different people go different tempos, different speeds. You have to be coachable and you have to be able to listen to your like seniors and stuff.
2025 season and the 2025 Champlain Park Rebels team. What are 2 or 3 words you would choose at this point before the season gets underway to describe this team?
Okay, inexperienced is one.
Smaller senior class, but the ones that are out here, they're leading us for sure. And then us juniors, I think as we get more comfortable, some that came from sophomore and maybe some JV, they're getting more comfortable to lead us as well.
Hardworking is 2.
As a defensive lineman, I'm faster than most defensive linemen, so it's very easy to get by, and I also have strength. So when I combine the 2, it's pretty good.
3, more than one word, but you know, some of our best off-season training in a long time.
You know, as a team, I think that we've been playing a lot harder than last year compared to where we are right now. We just had a scrimmage and we looked pretty good. I think we ran really hard. So I think that's the big difference from last year was where we're at now.
Ready, go.
I think that, you know, I know that we don't have the highest expectations, but I think that we're going to prove a lot of people wrong. I think that we have a very aggressive team right now.
We're only returning 3 starters, so a lot of positions to fill, a lot of competition. So maybe the word is competition.
I think we're gonna be solid. It's a new team. Like for me, all the seniors kind of left, so I wasn't like worried, but I was anxious to see what we'd be like, and we held our own. We did good. I'm really excited. As long as we all work together, I think we'll be fine.
Our offensive linemen have really worked hard in the off-season, and so have our defensive lines. We touched on it earlier, but I think those guys have a really good opportunity if they can keep working technically on their steps, doing what Coach Corton asked them on the offensive line and what Coach Oakley and I asked them on the defensive line.
You're not getting any type of a rip or any type of a move with your arms. You're not throwing it. You're just coming straight off, and then you can just do this. You've got to bring it through there. You know what I mean? And that's what they're trying to tell you. They know it. They got it. Here we go, guys.
When you watch film, you see the offensive line's tendencies, like sometimes they might lean forward on a run or take like a step back, or their right foot is usually back on like a pass play. And little things like that can really lead to like big plays.
I think last year, just kind of first time being on varsity, really playing, kind of a little bit of not unsure what I can do, but now, you know, playing a full season, I know what I can do.
Told the kids from day one, every season that we've been successful, we've had a good offensive line and a good defensive line. So really it starts up front. We put a lot of time into those kids, and we're excited what some of these young kids have to offer.
is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald waits for the pass. It's picked off. This could go to the other way, and it is going to go to the house. Trying to run him down. Felton at the 5, dives into the end zone. Touch the Rebels. They are driving play action. Throw caught at the 15. Still on his feet into the end zone. Touchdown. Play action. He's in trouble trying to get to the outside. And he's going to run the other way. I don't see a flag. He's at the 10, the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown. What a scrambling run. Play action. Has some time. Loads up. Goes far corner. And it is going to toss sweep. And that's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown.
Play, so they're mixing it up a little bit.
Herring, drop back into the end zone. Now, Herring under pressure, rolling to the left, being chased, picked off down at the 10-yard line. Second and Fitzgerald in his own end zone again in this quarter. Fair catch signal. It's going to bounce. Might hit somebody. Again, straight back, fires it over the middle. It's caught. Caught inside the 10, still fighting near the 5. Scrum ensues. Is the holder. Watch out. High snap. Brought it down. Blocked. It's blocked by the Rebels. Ball is loose. Duran. Give it Nelson. Left side. He darts out of there. Look out. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Good night. Rebels celebrate an opening victory on a gorgeous Thursday night.
We're very strong with when it comes to defense. We're very connected in I guess you could say every way. We have good passers, good hitters. It's just, we're pretty solid at everything.
So are we rebuilding? Sure, but we are rebuilding with a lot of talent that's already been here.
I honestly love the competitive spirit. I've always been someone who's been pretty competitive, so being able to especially play team sport, I love playing team sport. The excitement for me as a hitter after getting a kill, it's just I love that adrenaline rush.
I think as far as stepping into a new role, into a head coaching role, it's gone as seamlessly as I could have ever wanted it to go. My goal was to just continue helping the program maintain a high level, to be competitive.
We really like Amy. She's really nice. She knows what she's talking about. Her and John are very similar in what they do because, she's coached here before and everything, so she knows the ways. Making it to state finals was amazing. It was still fun. Obviously it didn't go the way we wanted to, but it was still a great experience.
We had been planning for that the entire year and working towards it, and so getting there was a huge success for us. And obviously we lost, but I'm just really proud of how the team played throughout the entire year to get to that moment. And even though we fell short, just really proud of how we even got there to begin with.
They're strong, they're tough, they're competitive, they're well-trained. We have 12 well-trained athletes on the court. And they work together, they're unified as a team.
And definitely, you're going to expect new faces on the court, a new dynamic. Last year we had a lot of really big hitters. This year we're focusing a lot on our ball control and our defense, and obviously we still have hitters. And so just a really well-rounded team.
High caliber girls high school volleyball coming your way on QCTV on Wednesday night. It was the Rebels hosting Elk River. Both of these teams looking for win number 1 after dropping their first set of the season. Both teams went toe to toe like a big heavy weight fight, and they both showed some great play. It was actually Champlin Park taking that first set 25-16. Elk River did not go away, but some punishing kills and some digs and some excellent play at the net got Elk River back into this match in that second set. There was a missed kill shot there by the Rebels. That gave Elk River the win at 25-22 for the second set. We go on to the third punishing kills from that back line, trying to get that block wall. Some digs, unable to come away with some excellent kill shots or an answer for a great front line in that third set, as the left-hand kill shots were more than enough for Elk River to take home a 25-19 third set. Now, get ready, fourth set, boom time. The Rebels started to heat it up. As this game went longer, they got stronger, and here in this fourth set, they punished and continued to find their spot, not only with those kill shots, but some overpowering serves, and that gave the Rebels the fourth set at 25-13. Now, here we go, fifth set, the epic portion here to 15. Fifth set to win the match. It's a chance here, and the Rebels block the shot, kill attempt, drops in on the Elk River side, and it is a win for the Champlin Park Rebels. They collect their first win of the season.
And that is a wrap for That Sports Show. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to look out for us in the future. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Take care. Have a great week.